Well, hello, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the F125 My Team series. We are headed to round 7 to the Italian track of Imola. We had some rain in practice 1, so we had to do quite a bit more running in practice 2 ahead of it, but I think we're getting it sort of figured out. Let's go ahead and check up on some of the messages here. Probably going to be a pretty high tire wear, just like real life. I think they went to the C6 in the game too. But let's get our engine components swapped out. That practice motor is actually just about done. MGUH definitely swap out. Nearly time for a new energy store. We're actually going to be picking up quite a few penalties on energy stores, I think, this year, if we've only got 2 to work with. Turbocharger, time for a new one of those. You're good. And of course, as always, new gearbox. So let's head off to qualifying.
Welcome along everybody to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and they know a thing or two about pace, and pace today is king. It's qualifying day, and it's great to have you with us.
Alright, here we go for the first flying lap here through the final 2 corners. We get ready to get on with the main straight. Really only one big overtaking opportunity around this track, so qualifying is going to be quite important here. Okay, on the way down to technically turn 2, look for the curve on the left. Go to 4th gear, we can take quite a bit of the apex curves here, basically flat through the middle sections. A little conservative the first run. Now the Villeneuve chicane, pitch it in. Then harder on the brakes. Ooh, a little wide. We wanted to take more of that inside curbing, but we started a little wide. Now into Tosa, little 3rd gear corner, get the car rotated. Watch for the back end to swap on the curbing, the camber. Now double left-hander up at the top of the hill. Pure tell about this 50-meter board, get it down. And as soon as you can find the exit, get on the power. Aqua Minerale, fast right-hander, full throttle here, then hard on the brakes into the second portion. Again, watch the rear of the car getting on power as you're coming up the hill. On the way to Variante Alta. Take a lot of curb, get the car rotated. And then just a short little blast before we head to the final 2 corners down the hill. About 75 meters, gonna be a brake point right about there. Probably could get a little closer to the apex that time. And then out of the final corner, dump whatever battery you've got left. As we open up the DRS, and across the line we go. 17.054, not really blowing anybody away on that first run, but lots of time to find. Alright, here we are, getting ready for run number 2. Dropped all the way to P21. Looks like the AI seems to be quite strong around here. Like, I'm about a second off my teammate after the first run, and he's only 19. We'll use some more battery at the start of the lap. We won't have as much at the end. Time found in the first sector. Of course, a couple of tenths of that was just from carrying that extra speed down the main straight. Pretty sure I heard some pretty decent rear locking on the way into that point. That's going to be a couple of tenths worth of time lost. That
I'm afraid we've dropped to P22.
Like, I need to find a second to catch my teammate. And I'm only going to find like half a second here. Like, that's only good enough to put me ahead of Dillon. Well, we got one more run on fresh tires to go. Here we go, last chance. 3rd run, fresh tires. Got to find a lot of time here. Away we go. Not great, about 10th loss in the first couple of corners. Got some of it back through there, okay. Need a lot more though. That'll be a good chunk of time gained back there. A little bit oversteer on the exit. Found 4/10. I don't think that's going to get us much further than the back row. Yeah, still 21st. But some time found in that one.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Yeah, quali pace was very strong for the AI. We're 1.8 off pole, about 4/10 off of our teammate. It's okay. We get it. You know, this is probably a good opportunity to take that extra energy store. Yeah. We'll get a new energy store in the car. I don't want to abuse the penalty system. I like take a whole new set of engines. Well, I could. No, we'll just do the energy store this season. So yeah, new energy store, so we're starting dead last. Forget it, let's abuse it. Real teams would do the same. It'd be the cost cap that does it. I know we're pretty well under the cost cap, so we're just putting a whole new engine in. There we go.
Hello there and welcome back to Imola, home circuit of the Scuderia Ferrari. We expect to see a lot of local supporters wearing red today, and they've all turned out for what we're expecting will be a sensational event here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. One lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most Formula One circuits, will take our drivers round 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 to the left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Tsunoda, Lando Norris, and Piastri. Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Albon, and George Russell. Lawson, Gasly, Nico Hülkenberg, and Stroll. Behrman, Hadjar, Esteban Ocon, Pierce, Antonelli, Bortoletto, Doohan, and Victor Martins rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Well, it's been a long time since I last worked with you. Good to see you again today, Anthony Davidson. And the whole world of Formula One can't exist the way we do, walking with smiles on our faces and loving our time together. This new outfit has got a bit of a rivalry going, and I get the feeling a few noses are being put out of joint here.
Well, that's a good thing though, Crofty. You know what? If you're a member of that team, the new 11th team, take it as a backhanded compliment. It means you're doing very well, too well, and the other teams don't like it.
Okay, this is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix, which means there's a lot of very important people here behind the scenes. I'd love to give them a strong result to watch today, plus a good result might make my post-race meetings a little bit easier.
All right, let's see, what do we want to do on strategy? Personalized. We might be able to pull off the one stop on the personalized. What does the two stop look like? A little slower actually because of the pit lane. So I think, though, I do want to... Let's do this. Flip them around. And just see what we can do. It's probably not going to be great. Or do I... You know what? Let's, no. Let's revert. Let's try for the undercut. Try and get some clean air, and then go from there. We need how much fuel? 54.9. Okay. There we go. Here we go. 5 red lights are up and out. Got a pretty decent start off the line. Have the ability to cover to the inside here a little bit. Really good start getting off the line there. We're behind Hajar, who's on the soft tires now. Should open the door for us up the inside of Tobak. No, not Tobak. That's Tosa. Tobak is Monaco. Another famous left-hander. Now, see, I know that I do not have the straight line pace or just the overall lap time to be keeping up with these guys. When they look at the release they get out of the corner. So it's definitely a matter of lunge up a bunch of positions, then just hang on. Now watch
DRS
straight
now
line
enabled.
speed.
DRS enabled.
There he goes. Two cars on one straight got me just off no DRS or anything, just pure straight line advantage. And I was using battery down a good chunk of that straight too. Are we looking at already 9% on the rears? Yeah, this is not going to be a one-stop. It is 100% going to be a two-stop. Oh, that's a little too much apex curb. Don't want to be picking those up that early. The real question becomes, what kind of two-stop am I going to do? Medium, hard, medium, 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 hard. Oh, that is some serious chunder steer from the dirty air. I feel like it's probably got to be medium, medium, hard. Double up on the undercut. %, our right rear. We're getting close to where we're going to need to make a change here. Okay, spin from the Alpine.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty.
Red flag.
Slow down,
First red flag.
maintain positive delta.
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Strategy, strategy. What do we do? I think it just wants us to go. Can we get... Can't get hards to the end, can we? Yeah, let's just go back to... what we were doing. Mediums onward. Yeah, we'll just go with this.
Again.
Another set of red lights.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Well, we're up to P12 because of the red flag. Certainly not on pace, though.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Okay, one defense. Gotta get some battery back in here, though. Burned a bit of the fuel off, so we should be able to be a little kinder on the tires. More battery for a through attack. Really didn't want to use all that battery there, but kind of had to get the job done. Oh, that was a big slide. Medium tires definitely starting to feel the pain. Might be back under attack from Lawson again. God, look at that straight line speed that he's got. He's on the better tire now, too. God, I can't believe these mediums just went to complete garbage in 5 laps. Crazy is we've only done 6 laps on these. Not even 6 laps.
Okay, gap ahead, 1.5 seconds.
Lost the DRS to Lawson. Unfortunately, having to battle so hard with Stroll. I really just need these tires to go longer. And they won't. I wish I had taken 2 sets of hard tires to the race. Honestly, probably would have been better than any mediums. No more flashbacks left either. Now we got to be extra careful around these psycho AI.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
May as well just get into the pits now. All 3 flashbacks are used, so we're just raw to the end. Hard tires. Come on, boys. Need a good stop.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Good stop.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Well, we're near some people we probably shouldn't be. a bit there, but that's fine. I think that's 2 track limit warnings.
And gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds.
It's gonna be a matter of hanging on to whatever I can.
You're in the top 10 now, keep it up. Gap to your teammate behind, 13.0 seconds, 0.8 seconds.
Out in the points. It's all about hanging on because we've got about a significant tire offset and not in the way that helps us to the cars around us. Pretty significant tire deficit.
Okay, we lost the position, trying to keep focus.
That really does not help me. I mean, that's a second, like a whole second loss right there. Like that went from 2.2 to 1.2 in a corner.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
The mountain of wheel spin out of that corner cost me a bunch of time last lap. Oh no.
Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
I can feel it already. I can feel it in that last corner.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.0 seconds.
I guess technically this time down to turn 1, he's got me dead to rights. Probably Antonelli does. Antonelli definitely does too. No contest
Come on,
there.
you can win that place back.
Antonelli made some interesting choices that time. I don't want him passing me here. Let Gasly through, not fight it really. Here we go, starting up the final lap of this race. We've been falling like a stone
Final
on
lap,
these
final
dead
lap.
tires.
Push, push.
A DNF from the Haas of Behrman means we are 2.8 seconds ahead of our teammates starting this last lap. Little bit of wing damage. Has been quite an adventurous day for us. Oh, Doohan has gotten past our teammate again. 1.8 the margin. I'm curious in the post-race just how much I lost in the last stint. We came out about a second behind George Russell. So I'm curious to see how far behind him we were. How far off the pace were we per lap? I'll bet it is substantial. Glad this race wasn't one lap longer, or else Doohan would have had me. Checkered flag out from a P22 to a P17.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And extending his already record-breaking winning record, it's Lewis Hamilton to the line for victory.
To do it as a team on home soil, that really means something special. And you can see how much it means to them, the drivers involved as well. Great job by them today, of course, as always. But for the fans watching on too, a great display of teamwork here today.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. And back on the top spots that he's taken so often in the past. So well done to Lewis Hamilton. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Let's see, peak pace was a 16.6 for the field. My best was a 19.0, so what, 2.4 seconds off? Let's see, we lost 22 seconds to George Russell in the last stint. That is a rough day overall. And yeah, peak pace of 19.023 was, aside from Isaac Hadjar, the slowest. We were the only ones in the 19s for peak pace. That's the fastest I could go. So, tough day. Tough day at the office. Lewis Hamilton leading the Drivers' Championship, just 7 points ahead of Max Verstappen. We're still sitting in 10th on our 10 points. I believe we're still, just still ahead of Aston Martin. Who scored the last points? Alonso did indeed score points, so they did close the gap just a little bit.
Great news. The development of a part is complete, and it's now ready for fitting. Be sure to visit the Assign Upgrades screen when you have a moment.
Let's see what we've got. Messages. Yeah, disappointing weekend. Not a big surprise. Owner training. What do we got here? What can we do? Let's keep fan rating going up. We want to keep those sponsors coming in. Engineering. So we have a set. Okay. Wing mirrors. Those go to Pierce first. We are jumping ahead of the RBs in the development race. So what do we got? We've got can't quite do it like that. So I still go wing mirror, yes. Let's get front gurney flaps going. Failed development on the underfloor, not great. Failed on the stators, also not great. Keep these things rolling. Don't believe we have any research slots available. Yeah, we're as high in aerodynamics as we can go. We need to upgrade the facility in order to get this one. Okay, that's completed, but nothing more to go there. And we've turbo materials in progress. We have a finished facility improvement. Yes, we do. So what do we got? We've got 168 is the next best, or next cheapest, so we'll go ahead and spend that. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. And engineering is still in progress, nearly done, so we'll come back for that. Activities. We've only got a couple days, so nothing we can do in the owner. Really, the only thing we can do is let's do fan outreach. Let's raise our fan rating. Okay. Messages. Chassis development breakthrough. Nice new research possibilities. We're still in a disappointing weekend. Does that mean we can now get this chassis development. So tell me I can start doing, yes, tire wear research. Let's go. Very necessary for the team. And we will also go ahead and what do we got? Let's get aero breakthrough as well. So we'll keep aerodynamics developing. That one we won't follow the rule of just develop what you can because or the cheapest because we're going to need to actually develop tire allocation. Okay, we're going to want to take the softer allocation this week. That's Monaco. Thank you all for joining me. It was a tough round, but hey, that's the way it's going to go. Ups and downs as the car develops, and of course, ups and downs as we hit tracks that I'm better and or worse at. But I will catch you guys next time. Peace.